How can I snooze and miss the moment? You're just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can lose.
Hey besties, so welcome to my podcast, Nighttime Tea with Key. My name is Kiki, the best friend you never knew you needed, and we are back with my podcast. Actually, that's all I have to say. It's been a couple years, so I'm a little rusty with my intro. I'll get better, but for right now, that's all you get. Um, I did once again. I had a podcast a couple years ago. I stopped, and it's just been really hard to get back into it. But I am here tonight, ready to share my fresh new topics, ready to share my experiences. And if you know me, you know I ain't gonna hold no punches, okay? If the shoe fits, go ahead, put it on, run 10 miles in it. That's all I got for you. You're gonna take what I say however you take it. And I mean, hopefully you don't take it too personally. Um, because I don't ever mean anything in a malicious intent, but sometimes how I talk, it may come off that way. So I'm gonna be myself regardless. Again, please don't be in the comments in your feelings. Look, or if you do be in the comments, go ahead and comment. But like, I'm probably not gonna respond to it. I said what I said, and I'll say it 10 times again. Anyway, first topic. This is something that's been on my mind and on my chest a little, weighing heavy on my chest. I just feel like I need to just get out there. I'm gonna just say so to all you mofos that just can't seem to get past pretty privilege and handsome handouts. Can y'all please get the fuck out the dating pool? Get the fuck out. Get out. Okay. The dating pool is already small. Okay. It's already limited. It already got piss, crack, heroin, and all types of pieces of shit floating around in it. We don't need y'all in there just adding y'all stupid ass, bare minimum ass shit in there. Okay. If we don't got time for it. I'm so tired of the bare minimum ass niggas wanting king treatment. Like, y'all are not kings. I'm sorry, but you're not. Like, y'all cute enough to fuck, and that's it. Like, know your place. Like, if you are coming in the dating pool expecting handsome handouts, please get the fuck out. Like I said, because at the end of the day, when you are dating, or at this point, just trying to get to know somebody, you're trying to get to know the person, which means your personality goes past your looks. Stop trying to get handsome handouts and expect like that to make up for like your personality, your character, your morals, and all that. Cause like a lot of you motherfuckers, again, be good to look at, and then as soon as you open your mouth, you just have an ugly ass personality. And I feel like a lot of men go through like some type of imposter syndrome of what they think that they need to be, or how they think they have to act in order to attract a certain type of woman. And a lot of times, like I said, it's like you're attracting ugly ass. Well, so when I say ugly ass women, I mean, like, again, personality wise, you're attracting these piece of shit ass women because you're pretending to be a piece of shit. Like I said, like, you're going through an imposter syndrome. Like, be yourself and actually have a personality, actually have some substance, actually have, like I said, morals and goals. Even if you can tap into that, you'll find the woman that you want to find. But as long as you're going through whatever fuckboy phase you're going through, you gotta pick one. I feel like you can't be a fuckboy and still want a wife. You literally have to, like, it don't work like that. And I mean that for females too, though. Like, I'm gonna try not to sound like such a man hater, because I promise I'm not like some bitter ass female, or at least I'm gonna try not to sound like one. I promise. But I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard, because I mean, me being a straight female, I only deal with men. So of course my experiences, or direct opinions about men, is going to come from, again, my direct experience with them. But I have female friends. I am a female and I have female friends. So like, a lot of the shit I'm going to say, of course, also have to do with women. But since I don't date women, I can't give a direct, experience on what it's like to date a female like that because I would never do that. Anyway, not the point. So back on topic. The handsome handouts, you have to understand that that stops at a certain point. Like, like you have to know your place. Like I said, if you know you're good to look at and that's it, you don't have a personality past that, then understand you're going to get used for just that, a trophy. And like you just have to accept it. Or maybe go see a therapist, maybe talk to some people, maybe even, talk to some of the women you've dated or are dating, get some feedback. I'm not gonna lie, like maybe it's time for y'all to get a little bit of feedback because some of y'all can tell y'all ain't never had a female really dig up in y'all ass and let y'all know which and then y'all wonder why some of y'all wonder why y'all get cheated on and shit. Like, I'm not saying cheating is cool, but sometimes you look at a nigga and go, yeah, I can see. Like, I understand. Again, I don't condone it because I've been cheated on. So, like, and that shit sucks. So, I don't condone it. I don't recommend it. I don't wish that on nobody. Sometimes, though, dealing with some of y'all, you can definitely pinpoint why the person stepped out on you, male and female. Because men, again, I feel like not even men. This is where I'm gonna stop with just men. People in general need to stop thinking that sex is the key to unlocking a future with somebody. It is not. It's not. Like, again, you can lay pipe better than fix it Felix. Okay? And again, it's just like your characters and how you carry yourself is not worth taking it any further. Like, it don't be worth it. And of course, fine. Like, it's like, oh, why would you have sex with somebody if you don't plan on being with them and if you don't want to? Again, some people be fine as hell. Okay. Sometimes you be willing to risk it all for that one fine ass person. All right. Sometimes the parents be doing a hell of a job creating some fine ass kids. Okay. And again, this is male and female. Sometimes you can be on your little celibacy journey, whatever, only want to have sex with people that you really want to be with and all that. And then you come across this one, like I said, this one fun ass person that again just make you want to risk it all. It's just like, you know what? All right, fuck it. This is just gonna be my one little relapse. That's how it all start. It all start like that. That one little relapse. Then it just fucks everything up. It makes you regret the whole next fucking 10 months after that shit. Like, Jesus Christ. But look, sometimes it be worth it. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes the situationships, they be worth it because you learn. You learn from them. They're lessons. Okay? Every single situation I was in, I learned something about myself. I learned what I was willing to tolerate, what not tolerate. I've learned a little something about the opposite sex, that y'all are just all pieces of shit, and that I have no faith in the male species. That's what I've learned so far. It's no point in me being a green flag because honestly, that has gotten me nowhere. I am about ready. I'm like this close to being okay with being just single for the rest of my life. I am slowly but surely becoming okay with that thought. And B, I am okay, starting to become okay with being just a red flag. At this point, if I go on a date, I think I'm just going to be the worst version of myself. Because at this point, like I said, being a green flag and being okay, being understanding and being, you know, not so combative, it's just not working. It's not working. And it is what it is. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna be single, and that's fine too. Like, it is what the fuck it is. I'm okay. Cause but I will take responsibility, and like I'm just attracted to a certain type of person And again, this is why, like I said, maybe I'm just going to be single forever because I feel like the type of person that I'm attracted, and I'm not talking about physically. I like going over the past few men that I have dealt with. I feel like there is one character trait that is like very dominant in all of them. Didn't work out with any of them, clearly, because I'm single, but they do have certain ways about them that it's just like, yes, sis, until you are over that attraction to that trait, maybe you should just give up for a little bit or forever. It is what it is. Um, but I will also say, again, there are some people out there that actually enjoy the simpler things. And since this topic is about just giving a bare minimum, I will say that sometimes the bare minimum is cute. Like, and I mean bare minimum as in like, I don't really care for going to like 5-star, 8-star, 10-star, whatever restaurants you want to call them, fancy restaurants and shit like that. At least not for the first couple of dates. And maybe that's my downfall because I don't require such treatment so soon. I don't know. And I think for me, one, I actually do like I said, I actually do enjoy the simpler things. But two, I also feel like for me, and I, you know what, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that feel this way. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and speak for an entire community of the people who again actually appreciate the simpler things. And I feel like for me, I don't mind the buildup of situations. Like I feel like if we start off going to fancy restaurants, where are we going from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me used to a vibe that you can't maintain. That's one. Because I feel like sometimes, like, if we go to like a super fancy restaurant on the first date, then like, why on the second date are we going to Applebee's? You know what I'm saying? It's like you like to me. I feel like we might as well start at Applebee's and then like work our way up to those, you know, good restaurants. But also, if you know me, you know I love food. Those high end restaurants, they don't. You're gonna be mad because I'm still gonna be hungry afterwards. Like I have yet to really go to like a, high end restaurant and be satisfied with the meal. Like um, this all like they'll give you one little piece of steak and a whole bunch of chivalry on top of it or around it. You gotta order like 3 appetizers just to get full off what they're giving you. Like I don't know. Then I'm real big on like knowing someone's intentions, and that's hard to know in the beginning because I feel like people can definitely fake it till they make it. And it's like if you're doing all that in the beginning, I actually have a harder time with trusting you. I don't know why. I do know why, but I'm not going to bring up my childhood traumas just yet. That's fucked up. I straight lie. I know exactly why I have a hard time accepting gifts and stuff like that from people too soon. Like I said, I just don't really feel like bringing up childhood bullshit just yet. Maybe a couple episodes in, but it's very difficult, and I feel like this is why I just like the buildup of things. Like I am actually okay with us just texting at first. Like I cannot get someone number Monday and then text them all day Tuesday. Like if I get your number Monday, you might not hear from me until like Wednesday or Thursday. Fuck around, be next Monday, a whole full 7 days later. Why? I do not. I cannot. Certain things I actually cannot comprehend. I don't know why my brain works like that. Like, but it just won't. It won't happen. Like you won't get my number Monday and then hear from me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, it won't work like that. Well, you'll probably hear from me once or twice. Then you'll hear from me 3 times. Then it'll be 4 times. Build up. We building something, okay? And I feel like people who are okay with the simple things actually get taken advantage of the most, which I find so fucking crazy. Cause it's like I'm not even asking for much. Like I said, I'm not asking for you to take me to Jersey, to New York, out of state, to, no restaurant to impress me or anything. I'm not even, actually, I promise you, I'm at a stage where, or a phase, I'm in a phase where, listen, you want to go on a date, you want to get to know me, take me to Walmart. Let me pick up some shit. Let me pick up some LED light, you know, maybe some socks, some snacks even. And like, if I don't like you, at least I got my snacks. I got some new lights to put up in my room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got some shit taken care of. I done picked up some ink for my printer or something. Like, I got a dual purpose out of this. I'm not like, that's where I'm at with it. And I feel like, again, those are the people that get taken advantage of the most, because it's like people stop putting in the effort. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's all I got to do to get your attention. That's all you got to do to get my attention. But guess what, baby? It's not going to maintain the attention. Like I said, I feel like people forget getting the attention is one thing, getting me to notice you, getting someone else, getting the opposite sex to notice you, or getting whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting someone to, again, notice you, talk to you, be around you, that's one thing. But maintaining that, you have to have some form of personality. And this is where, like I said, people who expect them handsome handouts, please get the fuck out of the dating pool. We do not want you. We reject you. You're not needed. You're not wanted. Get the fuck on. Go fuck on, you know, whoever the fuck is spreading their legs to you. Please just go do that and understand your lane, understand your place, the purpose you serve in the world. You are meant to be taken advantage of. I'm not gonna say taken advantage of. Whoa, that almost came off so bad. Well, I already said it, so it did come off bad. But no, I don't mean taken advantage. I mean, again, just know your lane. If you are expecting handsome handouts, then you will get the handsome handout treatment, which is, women is fully capable of having sex with you and not wanting nothing else from you. And women are fully capable of having sex with you and not being sprung and not being obsessed with you and not wanting to, once again, take it any further than that. Like, some of you men really think it's okay to promote how you're just a piece of shit and then expect someone to want to be in a relationship with you. Like, that is crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, if you are out here talking about how you fucked this woman from Monday, then fucked another woman Wednesday, and then was in someone DMs Friday, why would you think someone would want to be with you? And if you are okay with not with if you're okay with being single, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to be in a relationship, please be aware of the environment that you create for yourself. Women included, because women also think that, like, you know what? I'm a whew, how can I say this? Because I got a feeling that family is gonna be watching this. So I'm gonna try not to sound so rough. But, like, there's definitely also women out here who think that their throat game is what's going to, again, maintain, is their way to a ring. I'll put it like that. It's like, you think that, like, having this man break your esophagus is the way to a wedding ring, and no. Because I think we're all old enough to understand that, like, a lot of women can do that. A lot of women are out here sucking and swallowing and gargling balls and being okay with it. There's a lot of women doing it. It's not just you. Now, if we were living in a time where, like, only certain, like, you can only get that treatment if you pay for it, then maybe you have something going. But, like, there's a lot of women out here doing all of that for free. And some of them are actually beautiful. That's another reason why I find crazy. Like, some of y'all be beautiful as fuck. Doing all that on the first meetup. It's crazy. But, that's just me. Anyway, as I was saying, as I was saying, Just because someone asks for the bare minimum doesn't mean they always deserve the bare minimum. And I think people are getting the build up stage confused with the bare minimum. Like, again, I'm okay with just you coming over, giving me a butt rub while we're watching Jocelyn's Cabaret. I swear to God, that is like my favorite thing to do. If you get me some buffalo wings from a certain pizza spot, and you will only know this pizza spot if I gotta tell you where to go. So I gotta like you. So if you go pick up some wings from this pizza place and you come over and like I said, we eat them wings, I lay on your chest, you rub my butt while I give my commentary on Jocelyn's Cabaret and all the strippers, why I like them, why I don't like them, why I want to be on the show. That is an amazing ass night for me. And that's like, to me, that's like I said, that's like compared to getting dressed up, getting cute, and going out to like a restaurant. That's more or less like a bare minimum thing. Like I said, taking me to Walmart so I can run some errands and you just being there, if we gotta, go to the market and I just gotta pick up some things, that's bare minimum to me. But like, I actually would like that in the beginning. Would that be something I would consider a date once we're in a relationship? No, I'm not gonna lie. Like when we're in a relationship for some reason, that's when I expect like for us to get dressed up and go out. Cause I feel like when you're in a relationship, that's when you get comfortable. That's when it's like, okay, all I do is see you in gray sweatpants and a t-shirt. Can we get dressed and go somewhere? You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, it's like for some reason seeing you in your comfortable state is more attractive to me. And I, like I said, I know I'm not the only one. I just think, like I said, people get that confused with like, okay, this is all I have to do to get her. This is all I have to do to maintain the relationship. This is all. No, that's all you have to do to get my attention. But I got a little ADD. That attention span is not going to last that long if all you want to keep doing is coming over and watching movies with me. Eventually, like I said, I'm going to want to go somewhere. Let's build on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not, like, I don't know. Dating is just a horrible experience for me anyway. I don't like it at all. I actually rather, like, I expect to be in the house and somehow my husband is going to knock on the door and just find me. It's like, that's what I expect also. So I am fully aware of my own personal bullshit tendencies that like restrict me from actually having a successful dating life, but I am not willing to get fully into that right now. We're talking about men and how much we hate them. So, also, I want to bring up there is a thin line between protecting yourself and like when you are protecting yourself and you're being cautious about how much you want to let this person know you and like how much you want to let them in, how much you want to open up, how vulnerable you want to be with yourself around this person and just stringing someone along. Like I understand that again, at this age, we've all been through shit. We've all had a heart broken. But at some point, you got to understand that it's not only you who had your little heart broken. Because some men, I swear to God, y'all get your little feelings hurt one fucking time. One time. And now the rest of us got to pay for it. Like, I have nothing to do with why Brenda the bitch broke your heart. But why do I have to deal with, like I said, the repercussions of what she did? Like, I had my heart broken too. And I'm not out here, making men pay for the mistakes of my ex. Like, I chose to be with a piece of shit. And that's what it is. Like, I got to move on. Like, leave it alone. Take it for what it is. I had plenty of opportunities to leave, plenty of opportunities to see him for who he was. And I chose to look the other way until I couldn't look the other way anymore. Why am I making the next man pay for that? It's not fair. Like, so some of y'all need to really get over whatever the fuck you've been through. And like I said, stop making the current female pay for shit that she didn't even do. Like, it's just, I don't know. And again, women too, like y'all go through one little painful ass experience with a man, and it's like now all men ain't shit. And I know I said that in the beginning of this podcast, but I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. Like I said, y'all are pieces of shit sometimes. It is what it is. And overall, like I said, there's a difference between protecting yourself and just stringing someone along. Like, if that's the case, if what you're doing is protecting yourself and that's why we haven't been out on a date, or that's why you haven't came over, that's why we haven't really spent time with with each other, if that's the reason, that's when a conversation need to be had, and that's when trauma triggers need to be brought up. I feel like, and I don't know, I feel like this is going to be a case by case situation, but in a general sense, I definitely feel like a couple months in after feelings was established, that's when you need to have the conversation of, like I said, okay, what's really stopping us from continuing to move forward? Because like, just because we have feelings for each other doesn't mean we actually are meant to be in a relationship with each other. Like I said, these feelings could just be lust, and we don't know the difference at the moment for whatever reason it is. Like, we're all human, we're still learning. It is what it is. But once again, once you talk about feelings, the clock is ticking after that to, like, okay, are we going to act on our feelings, or are we just going to understand that you are my Mr. Right now and not my Mr. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference, and vice versa. Like, don't keep just stringing the girl along because you're scared to open up. Like, listen, let that girl go be with somebody who's not scared to open up to her. That's always an option, and vice versa. If you really feel like he's just guarded, he's not opening up, like, you have a choice to just be like, you know what, he's just not opening up to me, just not opening up to me. Like, something I had to learn is I don't need no one in my life. I just be wanting people around. I be wanting things to work out with people. I be wanting people to see the good in me. I be wanting to see the good in other people. But sometimes it's just not meant to be. And easier said than done, but even myself had to learn that. Like, had to learn how to deal with that, had to learn how to um cope with that. So you're not the only one. Like I said, like, I get that you don't want to give too much too soon. Sometimes men really don't want to take the women, they don't want to take you out of state. They don't want to give you money. They don't want to travel with you, or, do all the extra, well, not extra, but, yeah, go that extra mile with you too soon. But that's just because once they start doing that, they can't stop. And I can speak for myself on that too. Like, I don't sit there and bend over backwards for a man right off the bat, because once I start, I can't stop. Like, once I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, there is no going back. Like, so it's like, you overall, I feel like you learn to build up this wall. You learn to lock your feelings away. You learn how to flip that switch on and off. Like, well, not off, but because again, once the switch is flipped on, it's on. It's on. It's up. It is what it is. I hate that this fucking sleeve keep covering my bracelet because I feel like it's adorable. It's an adorable bracelet. Anyway, not the point. I get so distracted by simple shit. Anyway, once the switch is on, it's on. And I get that some people, like I said, they don't want to give so much of themselves too soon, because that's again how you get taken advantage of. There are some leeching ass people out there that see good hearted, genuine people, and again, they just want to take part in what you're willing to give them. So it's hard to determine if this person is really here for you, if they're here for the benefits of being with you, or, like, do they really just care about you? It's hard to determine that in the beginning. And if you're just giving and giving and giving, it's hard to determine, like, why are you still around? Sound a little crazy. It sounded better in my head. I'm not gonna lie. And then when I started talking, It just didn't sound like I feel like I made enough sense. But let me know in the comments, of course, if you understood what I'm trying to say. Cause like I'm making sense in my head. Like I said, in my head it makes sense. But let me know in the comments if you actually know what I'm trying to say. And again, I know I'm not the only one. So for all the ones out there that appreciates the bare minimum, look, hang in there. We gotta hang in there. We gotta hang in there. And we have to set those boundaries of, like I said, there's a difference between just wanting the bare minimum, but also wanting to just build. Like I said, like you have to build on something. And looks is not going to maintain a healthy, successful relationship. It's not. Your looks will definitely fade. You will definitely become annoying as fuck after a while. And if all it was just looks, it's not going to maintain jack shits after a while. But that is the first portion of my podcast. Something that I want to start doing. Jesus, iPad bright as hell. Something I want to start doing though. After the topic, right? So we didn't talk about bare minimum, pretty privilege, handsome handouts. If you want to date, get the fuck out the dating pool. Understand that handsome handouts have to stop at a certain point. Pretty privilege have to stop at a certain point. Your dick sucks and flossing his pubes is not going to keep a man around. You laying pipe down like Bob the Builder is not going to keep the woman around.